Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah. I'm the director of a performance company called Highly Sprung, and we are absolutely honoured and delighted to be in Castle Vale this evening with a performance and a story that has been created just for you. We are so proud because we are back in Castle Vale, not for the first time, but for the fourth time. Our journey with Castle Vale started in 2013 when we came and we made a show right here before it was even a school playground. And what we found was a community that opened its arms to arts and culture in a way that we hadn't expected. What also we found was a community of incredible people who knew how to pull together to make community work. So it is an absolute pleasure to be back here tonight to gift you, the community of Castle Vale, with what we hope will become a new legend for you, a new story for Castle Vale that will take you into your future. So please enjoy, give your hands to the company of Highly Sprung and Taking Flight.
Hello! Hello, namaste, sat sri akal, salam alaikum, bonjour, hola, privyet, ni hao, konnichiwa, wagwan. Or as they say here in the Castle Vale, all right, bab. I love that, don't you? All right, bab. Have I missed anybody out? Ciao? Yeah? Ciao, guten tag? Yeah, that, anybody else? Yeah, okay, looks like we've got everybody included. Wow. Tell you what's great. There's so many faces here.
Excuse me, Peter.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You, sir, you look amazing. You look amazing, that's brilliant. And you, love, you look amazing too. And you, young man. Who said what about me? You look amazing too. In fact, all of you look amazing. Wow. But this place, oh my gosh, it's changed, hasn't it? It's been a while since I've been here. Wow, 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 wow. Wowzers. OMG. Yes, it has changed. But there are some things that haven't changed. You know, like that feeling. Do you know what I'm on about? That feeling. It's what, I tell you what it is. It's what makes Castle Vale the Vale. Now, for some people, it's that feeling beneath their feet. For others, it's the way the air hits the back of their throat. But for me, it's the heart. It's that overwhelming feeling of belonging. You know what? I just don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's something to do with being part of something. You know, like it's history, it's legends, it's myths, it's stories. Yeah, it's stories. You know what? I love stories, I really do. You know, stories make us. They give us an identity. They let people know about an area. They let people know about the principles of an area. They tell us about you. And you know what? I've got your story. I've got your story right here. Yeah, right here. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, here we go again. It's going to be a story about a Spitfire. Yeah, he's laughing. Yeah, that's what you're thinking, aren't you? Look. It's not about Spitfires, yeah? It's not about a bomb that hasn't gone off. It's not about the cup run. It's not about what happened in the woods. If you know, you know. It's not about burger and sauce. It's not about high-rise buildings and demolitions. It's more important than that. It's a story worth telling. You know, you can forget about your Lady Godivas and your Robin Hoods. We are Castle Vale. This is a story for a new generation. This is a story about possibility. This is a story about strength. And the more we hear it, the more we learn it. Do you want to hear it? Oh gosh, you lot aren't an enthusiastic lot. Do you want to hear it? Come on then. I want you to imagine a time between time. Not past, not present, not here or there, but a moment. A snapshot of the world and the people there in it. People who'd stumbled from the path with no idea of where they had come from.
They're on it.
They'd lost sight of where they were going. Put yourself in that position. I'll wait. With nothing tying them to one spot, they were cast adrift, treading water, treading treacle more like. For these individuals were sinking and sinking fast, with no lifeboat to save them. They grabbed onto the only thing they could, each other. Together, they were strong. Together, they were better. Together, they were never wrong. For these were their days, the days of the destroyers.
Connection.
individuals making a collective. Their strength did not lay solely in their kingship, but in their ruthless nature, taking what they wanted, what they hunted.
Soil and sold for a price. The greed of the destroyers knew no bounds. The destroyers continued to take, but instead of dirtying their hands, others were pushed to the flame. As the money rolled in, so too did their darker side. Work smarter, not harder, they cried. Work harder, not smarter, they cried, as a band of unwitting souls entered the fold.
Give them the full benefit.
Yeah.
Enslaved to do their bidding, enforced by whip and belt, encouraged by the inextinguishable fear of their fire. Long days, rewarded with little pay. Yet their work came at great expense. The earth's treasures were being sucked dry as seeds of industry sown. But nothing can blossom if it's not nurtured. Blinkered to the results of their actions, these vultures continued night and day, scavenging in the soil, stealing its resources. Like insects, they scuttled, and scarred the earth. Each destroyer playing their part in the smoky, fire-fueled industry with greed and ignorance at its heart. they'd still be at it now had it not been for what happened next. A moment of consciousness in a desert of immorality. They say that you can only see the light in the darkest of times. And these were those times. As palms were greased, one destroyer's working ceased. And for what felt like the first time, saw with their eyes, with their hearts. Looking out across the landscape, they couldn't believe the sight. Call it an awakening, an epiphany, call it what you will. But the destroyer shouted loud, "We take too much, we consume too much, we take too much, we consume too much." As the realization hit, so did the pain in their chest. A searing hot white pain, the type of pain that signifies the end. Bursting from their torso, a light fueled by hope, a light energized by the earth's desire to survive, a light so bright it cast no shade. With each second that passed, the pain grew more, each sinew electrified with purpose. Racked with pain, they again called out, but the others could do nothing. The pain was too great, too deep-rooted. There was no escape. Fearing for their own lives, their nearest and dearest run. Feet pound the soil faster than they ever had before. Running until their legs were sore. Running from the light that continued burning bright. Is this the end? Is this the end? No, it's the beginning. Wow! 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 Don't you just love stories? That was amazing, wasn't it? You can clap if you want. Yeah, why not? There. It's not the end. But that was amazing. That is one of the reasons why I love stories. They really take you somewhere quite magical, where we all connect, where we're taken to a different world, and we see ourselves in those worlds. Not only do we see ourselves in those worlds, we see other people that we know, and we recognize those particular stories. Wow, I love that. Can I ask you, what's your favorite type of story? About unicorns. Oh, that's always good. Anybody else here like unicorns? Yeah, good. How about yourself, madam? What kind of story do you like? Fairy tales. Yeah, everyone likes fairy tales, don't they? Anybody else? How about you, sir? What kind of stories do you like? Keep it clean, family show. Crime. Crime is always good. Yeah. How about you, young man? What kind of story do you like? Which one? Cartoons. Yeah, cartoons are always good. I was going to try and do Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. No, that wasn't very good, was it? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, when I started, that this story was going to be about the Vale. And you're like going, hey, mate, what's going on? All we've seen is somebody with a glowy chesty thing. This ain't Iron Man, matey. But you know what? This is what the Vale is about. It's, yeah. You can do that again. Whoa! Yeah. It's about the Vale. Yeah. It's about the heart. It's that whole feeling of belonging. And those who know, know. And those who don't, they will definitely find out. Anyway, shall we get back to the story? So far, where have we got to? We've got the destroyers have been running around, haven't they? There's someone who's collapsed, and they've been emitting light from their chest. So let's go back to the story. Alone and overcome with agony, our former destroyer, our wrecker of worlds, lies motionless on the floor. Life drained, energy sapped, they lie. But hope is a wonderful thing. For hope is the only thing that can beat the darkness. Hope can lift us up. And so it did. Up, 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 the destroyer did raise, above the haze and into a new phase of life. As the destroyer began to move, they began to evolve. Growths on the back, pushing, ripping, tearing through clothes, pain punctuating fiber. Swathes of colour illuminate the sky as they unfurl. A beautiful pair of butterfly wings. Stretching wide they fly, and oh how they fly high. Twisting and turning this butterfly did soar, no longer shackled to the floor. Each beat of their tiny wing pushing them further away from their former self. This was a moment of rebirth, a moment change, a moment where beauty and hope took hold. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but destroyers hold no such eye. On their return to their homestead, they spied the intruder, a monster to them. Not their face, color, or creed, the creature they decided must be destroyed. and fang directed their attention. They shouted and teased the beast, unknowing of who it had once been, of what it could be. They tried to catch it, kill it, destroy it, but with little way of reaching the butterfly. It was safe. That was until the fire was lit. Welcome to devastation. Welcome to the playground of ignorance. Welcome to a breeding ground of hate. Fire is an untrustworthy friend. Flame licked the dry, dusty floor. A thirsty beast on the hunt. It reached to the sky and grabbed hold of anything that could infect. Smoke filled the air, and the flames grew in the strength. The untamable red beast soon burst from its shackles and took hold of the land. Fear filled the destroyers' hearts, and again they ran. But not to the fire, from it, to the butterfly, the one whose flames they wanted to extinguish moments before. Please help us. We know not what we do. Please help us. We know not what we do. Beautiful and brave, the butterfly did respond. The unwanted guest, a hero now crowned. Fire stroked the butterfly's wings as they did beat, each tiny flap pushing, shaming the fire away. When flames reached high, the butterfly did reply. As smoke choked sky, the butterfly beat the wind, their ally in flight. With nowhere else to go, the fire accepted its defeat and did retreat. A cheer echoed through the land as the destroyers celebrated. But as they did, the butterfly collapsed, a victim of mistreatment. The destroyers looked to each other and despair hit home. This was their doing, their mistake. This is what happens when you give to hate. As they looked mournfully down at their fallen friend, a light appeared in their chest. One by one, their torsos lit up. Pain surged through their veins as they, like their friend, found their hearts were on the mend. Together they looked upon the butterfly and willed it to wake, willing it to take its place in the clouds. The butterfly lives and beckons in a new world. The destroyers see the light and change their ways. The makers they become. Inspired by a creature so small, insignificant yet brave, fragile yet bold, its actions inspire. There was a time when people thought major events change the world. Bombs, quakes and famine. People watch on telly as wars unfold. The truth is, it's the little things that make the difference. Much like you and me. We are here in a tiny part of Brum. Castle Vale, an unknown place to some, but we know a secret that none of them know. We all have something special here. It makes us punch above our weight. It makes our potential unbelievably great. It's nothing to do with Spitfires, engineering or times gone by. It's about what lies beneath our feet. Our roots, they reach deep down here in the Vale. That's where our power resides. With our neighbours, friends and family, it gives us our heart, our way of life. We here, We are all that butterfly, man, woman, young, old, and we have the power to change the world. So don't sit back and keep your strength to yourself. Beat your wings and shine your light, because we are Castle Vale, the Vale to you and me. We have the power to change the world, no matter how small we may feel at times, because the Vale is in us, and we are the Vale!